Hello, Object Show friendos. How you all doing? I hope you're all feeling awesome, or as awesome as you could possibly feel. And if you're not feeling super awesome right now, I certainly hope things get better for you. Hopefully, another Object Show Roundup episode will perk you up. That's not the way the sentence was meant to go, but that's how it came out anyway. Yes, Mikey Bly here with another episode of OSR. I'm really trying to hammer that. I'm really trying to hammer that acronym home. OSR, OSR. OSR. You may have noticed something a little bit different. You may have noticed that there is colour in my hair. Yes, this was one of the incentives for my Trevor Project campaign last month for getting to $750 ruse. I said I was going to get my hair dyed, and I sure have. I was going to get more done. I was going to get it done all the way back, but stylist and me just settled on doing the front for now, which is what I did last time I got my hair dyed. But I do like it. I actually kind of like these colours. I kind of like them. They kind of do go well together. I trusted my stylist on this one because I had a few different ideas, and this was his favourite. So this is what we went with. Again, a big thank you to everybody who supported the Trevor Project campaign last month. And my only thing I have to fulfill now is Lunchbox Kids tattoo. Yep, that's my life now. I am just all OSC all the time. That's it. It's completely taken over. I've got nothing else that I focus on anymore. I'm not complaining. It's been a wonderful old time. But let's dive into some updates. We've got a few things to go through today. We've got some just general updates, and we've got another new show that me and Ruby watched together. So we will be going over that as well. But the very first update today comes from Three Eyes Mug. Yes, the voice acting for episode 3 of Battle for Niche Internet Fame has been completed. So that's it. All the VA stuff's done. And, well, we move to the next stage now of the process, don't we? And this is an interesting thing. I didn't know this. Well, I mean, why would I know this? I don't know everything. I would never claim to. I barely know anything. But Three Eyes Mug actually has a living document, a living spreadsheet that you can keep up to date with all of the progress on the episodes, and that's really cool. I love that. That's another great way to have people be able to kind of like interact with you and the work you do. It's really awesome. I know it's not something that I wouldn't expect everybody to be able to do this and keep up with this kind of thing. I mean, I get it. I struggle to keep up with the main things I do, never mind keeping up with updating something else for somebody else to see what I've been doing. So definitely not something I would expect to see across the board here, but this is really nifty. I really appreciate this. It's really cool to go in and have a look at it. I will include this in the description below, actually, if you haven't come across this yourself and you're a Battle for Niche Internet Fame fan. I'll pop the link in there for you so you can keep an eye on things yourself if you want. Really awesome. This isn't the only Three Eyes Mugs thing we have today. Three Eyes Mug also has a sneak peek video, which, as you can see at the time of recording, is not quite out for me yet. But that doesn't matter because I am going to remain a good boy and I will not be checking out the sneak peek. We talked about this a few times, and I am sticking to my guns on this one. I am not going to have any pieces of any episodes or storylines in my brain before an episode of something comes out. Nope, not doing it. Don't want to be bad. And that's not me calling you bad if you want to go watch it. That's just me. I would call myself bad if I did. And if you want to watch a sneak peek, go for it. It's going to be out by the time this video comes up anyway, but if you didn't know what's coming out, then head over to Three Eyes Mug's channel and check it out and see if you want to see what's coming. I mean, even the thumbnail, doesn't really give tons away, but I mean, you could put two and two together if you think hard enough about it. But I'm not going to be tuning in. But if you go and check it out, enjoy, and then we just sit and we just wait for episode 3. Won't be super duper soon, but hey, we know things are moving, and that's exciting enough for me. Okay, we got a big update from Centrifuger earlier this week, and you look at the first paragraph there, and Sentry's talking about working on another project. We'll get to that. We will talk about that. We will get there. But I just want to focus on the next few pieces of the post here. So the reason Sentry announced this project, this new project, is because Tripwire has been a big burden, a big not fun burden that's only been worsened due to cyberstalking, leaks, straw page doxing threats, and anonymous harassment. This is ridiculous. This should not be happening. Why? I don't understand. Why are you targeting a young, super talented artist who is giving you entertainment for free? I cannot wrap my head around this, and I am super infuriated and super disappointed in people in general. Listen, I know there's lots and lots of awesome people out there. The vast majority of fans are really, really, really good. But this is just completely unacceptable. Absolutely ridiculous. I am so annoyed and I'm so upset about this. Shouldn't be doing it. Should not be happening. What I will say is, as angry and infuriated as I got when I was reading this post, something else kind of came to the surface on top of that. Like, just pride. I am proud of Sentry for talking about this like head on, just coming straight out and just acknowledging and just telling us all what the deal is. That's a brave thing to do. Didn't have to go into specifics, but big respect to Sentry for coming out and just saying all this and just laying it all out there in the open. I'm so annoyed. I'm getting really upset about this. And I know Sentry has already laid cards on the table about this and clearly wants to move on from it. So Tripwire is going to be on hold because of this. So episode 4 Tripwire, as the post says, will not come out anytime soon. Taking a long break, at least until the new project finishes production on the first episode. Like, totally understandable. Sentry has done such the sensible, mature thing to do here. More mature than everybody who's been acting the fool, and just taking a step back from the entire thing, saying, okay, if that's the way people are going to be, just going to not touch it for a while. Totally respect that decision. Really looking forward to this new show. We'll go into a little bit of it now that I've said my piece about the other thing. But yeah, it's called ARBS, A Rift Between Swords. It's a show inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas, Over the Garden Wall, Knights of Guinevere, and the Owl House. All awesome things. All things that Mikey is very much a fan of. So, yeah, not going to reveal much information about it until episode 1's almost done, but storyboards, assets, mostly in writing, is 100% complete. So that's really cool. It's well underway. And working on it with MationsBomb too, who is another fantastically amazing object show creator as well. Orbit, obviously. And Sentry helped out with the latest episode of Orbit as well, which is it's really nice. It's the negativity that is mentioned in this post is like totally just thrown out the window and like in a very mean way. Get out of here, negativity, with the amazing collaboration again between just awesome people, and I just love to see that. I love how much interworking, kind of intermingling there is between all of the object show creators that I have grown to really adore over the last few months. So A Rift Between Swords does look really cool. We've only seen a few little storyboard pictures for now, which do look really cool. So yeah, we'll see how ARBS goes. But yeah, also though, so please, if you respect the hard work put into the shows I release and the hard work of the crew who develop it, do not comment anything related to Tripwire on anything non-Tripwire related, especially with Rift Between Swords. That's because obviously this is a different show. It's like if Sentry's posting ARBS stuff, that's ARBS stuff. It's completely separate. Don't bring up Tripwire on that stuff. When Sentry's ready to start talking about Tripwire again, Sentry will let us know that is the deal. So just leave it there. So it simplifies a lot of the hard work me and my team put into making non-Tripwire stuff to just what we've done in the past, and that caused a lot of frustration and resentment to build up for the Wire show. If you want TripWire to continue, do not bug me about it, okay? Okay, so don't see this. This is all very clearly laid out, and it's such an easy few little rules to follow. I'm sure you can all do it. But yes, this does look good, Abs. I'm so glad that Sentry has something else to focus on with all of the nonsense going on in the background with other things. But at the same time, I will say what I've already actually said to Sentry in other posts. Take care of yourself, though, and make sure if you need to take a bigger step back, just do that, because mental health, mental well-being is super important. And just take care, okay? Appreciate all the stuff you do. We're now 1 week since TPOT 20 came out, and look at that, they got to 1 million views in 9 hours. By the way, I had to just quickly mention it. That's pretty darn good. I wonder what they're at now. I didn't check what they're at now. I wonder if they've hit 2 million by now. We're going to look at this on the fly. Going to check this right here, right now. 2.4 million. Yep. So that's how many views has TPOT 19 got so far? 4.5. Wow. Okay. So, yep. It's doing numbers. That's for sure. Also, obviously, not a surprise. It got a lot of hype. Got a theater release, so good stuff. Oh, quick thing too. The Fries plushie is out now, and the Winner plushie is also out now. So if you want to add some more BFDI plushies to your collection, they're both available. Okay, over to KTJ98 Cat now, and look what we got this week. Look what we got. Thanks for the wonderful support for This is Scrapbook. I'm proud to announce that the final video in Scrapbook story will be released this weekend. Hope everyone's enjoyed coming along for the ride in these 2.5 years. See you then. I really do wish I had found this show earlier. I really do. But do you know what? As much as I do feel bad about missing out on it initially, I am so thankful that I have come just in time for the finale. It's just like the timing was kind of impeccable on that, I've got to say. I am so ready to cry my eyes out during this finale. I am so ready. Whatever Kat has cooked up for this one, I am really excited, and my tear ducts are preparing themselves to be completely emptied. We will be doing another. This is one of the reasons we'll be doing a midweek episode of Object Show Roundup again next week, because I don't want to wait an entire week to cover the finale of This is Scrapbook. And you know what? When we did the when we did the TPOT 20 special episode this last week, I do think it's something I can pull out the bag a little bit more often. But only when circumstances do kind of call for it. And I think this does. This is the finale of an awesome show. I really want to talk about it and get it talked about sooner rather than later. So midweek OSR next week again, so we could talk about This is Scrapbook. And we'll probably talk about the whole show again as well a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole roundup of the whole show like we did a couple of weeks ago, but I'm sure I'll have more thoughts to bring up. So hope you're looking forward to that one. The weekend as well. I don't know if that means it's going to be today or tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, either way, it could already be out. So go check if it's out or not. And I know I'll be saying this again when I do the roundup of the finale. But Kat, thank you so much. These characters in this show ingrained themselves into my brain so quickly, and I grew so attached to them so fast. This is definitely a show I'm going to go back and rewatch a lot. It's become one of my comfort shows so quickly. And God, if I've had a rough day, I'll just bang a couple of episodes of this on and just be like, oh, okay, there we go. That's eased some of the eased some of the sadness. It's just so lovely. It's just so uplifting and so nice. And I mean, nice doesn't sum it up well enough. It's awesome and fantastic, and honestly, one of the best animated shows I have watched. Full stop. We're not just talking object shows here. Just one of the best animated experiences. That music episode, the musical episode is absolutely top notch. I will sing that praises of this show forever and a day. Even more so after this finale comes out. It's gonna hit. I know it's gonna hit so hard. Alright, I'll stop now. Stay tuned for my thoughts on that in the next few days. Okay, over to Krispifishh now, and I'm this close to putting a new section in the show called "Did Krispifishh Give Us Another Update?" Because honestly, we're so spoiled. Crispy gives us so many little tidbits of like art and poetry and stuff. So we got like a poem, we got another poem. There was another one. I didn't actually show a screenshot of the poem that Crispy posted a couple of weeks ago, but we got another one, and I love poetry. I'm a big fan of poetry. I used to write tons of poetry when I was at university. I was trying to do the whole tortured artist thing back then. And seeing Crispy's poems makes me want to crack out the pen again and start writing stuff. Well, sorry, I've been writing a couple of things, but I'm going to keep that stuff under my hat for a little bit because I'm nowhere near ready to share anything. But yeah, this is just lovely. I love the little art in the background as well. It's just a really nicely written poem. I just thank you, Crispy, for providing so many updates all the time. It's like it's really, really appreciated. As I keep saying, it always is appreciated. So, like this is why it's worth checking Crispy's page out on a regular basis. It's just you get stuff like this all the time, and of course we also got some more art as well. So look at this. Look at them on the beach. So this was a fun one because Crispy posted this on the YouTube channel. One day we'll see skies like these again, hand in hand once more. And then the full not square-sized pic in my Insta and Discord. So I actually went to Crispy's Instagram. I have not logged into Instagram in flipping forever. I just kind of fell out. I just fell out with that app a little bit. It's a personal thing. But I actually logged back in for the first time in ages to grab a better version of the picture, and it's still kind of small here. Let's just zoom, enhance, make bigger. Ah, yes, there we are. I mean, I don't know how good that's gonna look when I've just made it fit the screen like that. But like, look at I love the. You can see my hands. Hi. I love this style. The clouds and just the colors and just the way it's drawn. I love it so much. Thank you, Crispy, for more absolutely beautiful art and another beautifully written poem. I appreciate you very much. Keep up the amazing work. Okay, let's check in with MationsBomb now. We talked about them during the Sentry update, but we have an Orbit update as well. Animation has started on Orbit 3. Hooray! Mations also says, I promise it won't take 5 months. Alright, I'm just going to set my watch timer going, and we shall see. We shall just see. I'm kidding. I will say this all of the time, no matter how long it takes anybody to create anything. You don't know what's going on in someone's life. You don't know how busy they are with other things. They could be working on other projects. They could be dealing with personal things. They could just be feeling burnt out and not wanting to work on stuff right now. If it takes 5 months, it takes 5 months. If it takes longer than that, it takes longer than that. I'm not saying it's going to at all. It's just that things happen. You can't bully creators into doing things faster for you. That's not how it works. It'll go the other way instead, as we learned with the Sentry situation. Okay? You act like a moron, and you get punished for it. That's how it goes. So anyway, Mations, how long it takes is how long it takes. Really looking forward to seeing what's getting cooked up for episode 3. Episode 2 was very interesting. We got some little extra bits and pieces of story going on. Let's just see. Also, I do like the sticky smiling for a change. even if it is just to tell us that the animation has started on the episode. It's just nice to see you smiling for a change, you know. Had a bit of a rough couple of episodes so far. And also quit the game, so, you know, maybe that's why. Just relieved. Doesn't have to deal with stupid challenges anymore. But either way, awesome stuff, Mations. I'm excited to see what happens next in this show. Alright, maukitt time now, and oh look, 'twas a good run. To the Channel Redesign Mines we go. This apple follows me everywhere. I love it. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, actually, on that note, let's just get you out of here. And let's get you in here. There we go. Another logo update. Gotta love it. I really enjoy staying on top of these logos. Hey, it gives me something to do. I ain't complaining. Love the redesign. Love this picture in general. Really cool. So many talented people. So many talented people. I'm just sitting here talking absolute nonsense every week. These people are out here doing all the actual hard work on this stuff. All I'm here to do is promote it and tell you that these people are awesome and you should be checking them out. So, go watch Sacrificially Solitary. Sure, it's not the first time I've said that. Alright, an update from Raver now as well. Episode 2 of Thursday is written. Hello. Hello, not at all concerning picture to go along with that message, of course. No, not concerning at all. I'm sure everything's fine. I'm sure Pocket Watch is fine. Totally nothing horrible going on there. Nothing at all. Nah, it's all good. Exciting stuff, though. Really cool, really awesome. Obviously, the writing is just... There's a lot of other stuff that needs doing beyond this stage, but... Really, really, really happy that River is plugging away with Thursday still, and yeah, after episode 1, I honestly would not even dare to try and guess what episode 2 will bring us. So I am prepared to be surprised with whatever happens. Okay, before we move away from the Raver updates, this actually happened a little while ago, and I was thinking about it today. I was like, oh geez, feel like there should be another section. We were talking about, did Crispy provide an update? I feel like we should add this new one though. Mikey overanalyzes everything. Because if you remember when I was talking about episode 1 of Thursday, I did have a little kind of, I threw some random theories together about this. There's a scene at the end where playing cards heart is the upside down. And I was like, oh, maybe that means something. Maybe it's not actually playing card. Or, oh, and I started going really kind of deep in my own head about it. Raver actually commented on that video and said, just so you know, the hat being right side up, so it was right side up, not upside down. At the end, it was not intentional. I animated the paper scene before I had finalized card's design and couldn't take the time to change it. His heart is upside down when he's a ghost. There we go. I listen, and I love being told that, no, you're overthinking it. Stop that. I also don't mind if people just go, let's let him think there's something going on there when there actually isn't anything going on there. Either way works for me. But anyway, Raver actually very kindly pointed that out so I could stop that line of thought straight away and go, okay, I overanalyzed it. And like, I'm not saying I'm going to stop doing that. It's just who I am. I do think a lot about these tiniest little things. I could find something in every frame of something if I tried hard enough, but anyway, I overanalyzed that one, and I didn't need to. So, yeah. Moving on, over to Wuggolo now, and hey, Wuggolo's channel is 13 years old this week. Hang on, I've got something for this. I tried to find the two that were yarn and hot sauce colors. And I waited until this point in the video to also say, by the way, yes, this is why I've got purple and red. I did say that the hair color was going to be a OSC ship, and yarn hot sauce kind of won me over, especially with King of Hearts. So sorry, Grassy and Berry. I know you actually ended up as actual proper kissing couple by the end of that episode, but Jan and Hot Sauce is still my two favorites, and nothing's going to change that. Okay. But yeah, happy 13th birthday, Wuggolo's channel. Big congrats to all of the success, and he's hoping we get another at least 13 years of fantastically fun animations from Wuggolo. Thank you for all of the entertainment. Thank you for all of the laughs, all of the joy, all of the head-scratching, weird, what the heck's going on moments. Hey, every show's got to have those too, right? And yeah, keep it up. All right, now it's time to talk about the new show that me and Ruby did indeed watch over the last week. It popped up in a couple of places. Like the algorithm was kind of throwing around discussions about it in my way on YouTube. And actually, someone in my Discord server, big shout out to Ringy for letting me know about this one. It's called Filed to Be by Zero. It's a very interesting show, and I have some thoughts. But before we start diving into those thoughts, I will do what I always do and say, spoiler warning, if you've not watched File 2B yet, and you're planning on watching it, or even if you're on the fence but might watch it, we are going to go through the whole episode, talk about everything that happens in it. So if you do not want to be spoiled about any of that stuff, then now would be a good time to wander away, even if it's just for a while, and then come back later and maybe watch my thoughts on it. You don't have to. I'm just saying. It would be nice if you did that. But either way, spoiler warning. Time to move along if you need to. Oh, here you go. You need to go? You staying? You staying? Oh, well, thank you very much for staying. Let's dive into this, shall we? So, the episode starts off in it's just seemingly a little standard office environment. It's just like an office building. It's got the cubicles and all the stuff you'd see in any usual office space. And the camera moves around and we see a lost and found box sitting next to a printer. Inside the box is a selection of various items, all of which you'd expect to see in this kind of a box. There's a couple of notebooks, there's a pair of glasses, there's something looks like a coat in the back corner, but there is some not as easy to immediately identify items. It's like I did struggle to pick up on what some of them were straight away. But suddenly there's unexpected movement in the box from the bottom corner there, and
it worked.
What am I? What is this?
Hi, you're home. Well, it's not really your home. I just named this place home.
I don't understand.
You will. Let me just wake up the others.
What's happening? Where am I? What are you? What's going on?
What is this?
What am I doing?
So, we have what would normally be an inanimate object. I really struggle to say inanimate there. Teleporting a bunch of currently inanimate objects to an unknown location. I mean, it's not totally out of the ordinary for an object show so far. Although, to be fair, we don't usually see the objects gaining sentience. That's a different bit of a spin on things. So our mysterious host then explains what's going down. I mean, you got it, right? Can't leave us in the dark for too long, can you?
Ah, there it is. Please allow me to explain what you're experiencing. You see, what you're feeling is called consciousness. Not something you were built for, but something you've got now, temporarily. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what this means. Don't bother. Most of you will have more than enough time to figure it out. You weren't born this way. You were given this. This feeling, that's me. I put it there. I made you conscious. Not because you earned it, not because you asked, but because I could.
So, can you turn us back?
I could, yes, but I made you conscious for a reason. This is a competition, a game, if you want to call it that. There will be some challenges, 4 to be exact, each one different from the last. Some will test your coordinations, others, your trust, your fear, your instincts, and in the end, only one of you will remain. After each challenge, someone will be eliminated. How? That depends. Sometimes it'll be obvious. Sometimes it'll be your own doing.
So, our new object friends have been brought to life to take part in a competition. Okay, fair enough. Competition object, sure. After being questioned about why, the host says it isn't just so that they can watch. They want the contestants to, in their own words, experience it. Not just exist, but struggle, learn, ache, and want. So it feels like there's so much more to this than meets the eye. What does the host gain from all of this? What's their motive? Maybe it's something to do with wanting them all to feel the same way they do. We still haven't, even asked about how the host was already sentient before all of this began. What's the deal there? How come they were already walking around, and how do they have the power to do what they do? How do they have the power to teleport things and bring other objects to life and stuff? How did that come about? They're all questions obviously we're going to continue to ask as the show goes on, but there's just a few things that were just pinging through my brain immediately during this little first sequence. So after the host explains this initial concept, the character that looked like a USB stick to me, when I first watched this, there's a USB stick, I think, argues that they can't know if all of this is even real, and concludes that they must be some sort of god. Okay, straight off the bat. IDs above your station. But before the host can even push back on that, everyone else starts asking questions like, how can they all talk? And is the room they're in now where they're all going to be staying? And what they are. They wonder what they are before someone asks who the host is. So at least we can get clarity on one thing, perhaps.
Me? I'm a sticky note dispenser.
But who are you?
Well, I'm Spencer. Who's the best sticky note dispenser? This Spencer. You're all able to talk, walk, form basic thoughts because I made it so. I wired your minds myself.
Then why are we so confused about who we are or what we're experiencing?
I left the important stuff blank. Who you are, why you exist. That's not for me to decide. I gave you just enough to function and just enough to wonder why. That's the whole point. I gave you life, and you get to navigate what that means for the next 5 days.
So Spencer's got jokes, huh? Listen, I laughed. Even if none of your contestants did, Spencer, I got you. That was funny. I appreciated it. So at least, 2 people, because you also appreciated your own joke. Two of us laughed. So, yeah, it seems as though Spencer wants these objects to figure themselves out in the next 5 days. So the whole show's going to span 5 days, and I wonder if that's also going to be 5 episodes? It does sound like the whole thing's already planned out and sorted and everything. It sounds like it's all been written ahead of time, story-wise. I can only assume. We'll see, but it's just kind of how it feels. But what about the contest and eliminations and the prize? This is all important stuff to know for any object show contest,
The winner. The one who makes it through all 4 challenges gets to return to how they were. No thoughts, no feelings, just peace. No more questions about who you are or why you're here. As for the rest of you, you'll remain like this, aware and alive, but stuck. You'll think and wonder, but you won't be able to move, or speak, or feel the world around you. Basically, no sensory input or output. Just yourself. Forever.
Wait. What? Only one winner? And everyone else just suffers? What kind of messed up plan is that? Are you out of your mind?
I, didn't design this to be cruel. I just wanted to see how you live with life. What you do when it meant something, when it could be taken away.
God, you really are despicable.
Huh. Yeah. Well, can't argue with that. Seems like Spencer's just playing God here. Sorry, USB stick. For no apparently good reason, and none that we know of yet, anyway. But the overall concept is really interesting, though. It's like the prize being to stop existing is a very interesting kind of a spin, because usually ceasing to exist is a punishment for being eliminated in a whole bunch of other object shows, right? But the punishment for being eliminated in this show is just like to exist forever, but not being able to do anything about it. I mean, that's like a special kind of hell. Unless you really like the sound of your own voice in your head. And you could cope with that, I suppose. It depends how much you like yourself. And they only have 5 days to figure out if they like themselves or not. Yeah, well, that's very intriguing. Spencer then lets everyone know that the first challenge will begin soon, but nobody will be eliminated today. No. They'll get to hang out until after breakfast the next morning before saying their goodbyes to whoever gets eliminated. Yay? The contestants then explore the room they're in, including the beds that have been provided for them. The rubber stamp character sits on the bed. I only realized they were rubber stamp because they sat on the bed and left an imprint of their stamp behind on the bed sheets. And you could see them read that to themselves afterwards. Marlene V. Ashwell, 66 Paper Street, Lincoln Park. I'm sure this info is something that's going to come up again. Especially if you think about the fact that if you ever put that stamp in the lost and found box and just checked what was on the stamp, if they'd just done a test stamp, and I think it was written on the top as well, they could have easily just found Marlene, right? Right? Her name's right on it. It seems simple enough to me, unless it was just an intern who just didn't care and just chucked stuff in there. I mean, it could be as simple as that, really. But I think there's something more to this. I think probably something more to this. Again, we talked about me overanalyzing everything not long ago, but I feel like there's something going on there. Spencer then invites everyone to the lunchroom to eat with the... again, I was just playing the guessing game at this point. I could see something looked like kind of sharp in the middle of the little red character. I was like, letter opener, maybe? Anyway, letter opener was super excited. Letter opener question mark was super excited to try food for the first time. Needless to say, they did enjoy the food. That's me. That's me at supper time. USB stick also really enjoys the food.
It's delicious. I don't deserve this. Oh wait, yeah I do.
Just had to chuck in that clip of USB stick. I really enjoyed their character in this episode. I enjoyed all of them. Listen, I get so attached to characters so quickly. I love all of these little goobers already. And listen, I know as well, considering the punishment for the elimination and all that kind of thing, it's going to hurt me. It's going to hurt me like it always does. I should never get attached to characters in object shows, but I can't help it. The VAs do such a good job of personifying them all. It makes it hard for me not to feel endeared to them all. Anyway, Spencer explains that the idea of the contest is so that everyone can know what it's like to experience something real rather than just existing. Indicating that the stakes of being eliminated, the thought of being eliminated and what that means, will help them to achieve kind of, enlightenment. Because Spencer could have just brought them to life and just let them do whatever they wanted. But this is like, no, the stakes, I'm going to make you really, really feel like you're earning something here. Everyone then discusses what they feel like so far about being alive, with pretty much everyone coming to the conclusion that they're the one that wants to win. Everybody does want to win. None of them want to keep being alive, which is an interesting start. But I'll tell you what it is. Letter opener, question mark. Comes out with the most poignant line about this, that I think we can all somewhat relate to about being alive ourselves. Says it's exhausting. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Yeah, I can definitely. I am with you on that one. Some days, for sure. The USB stick then claims that they're clearly the only one who should win, before Spencer tells them that every other player, has more self-awareness than they do. Ooh, ding. Spencer then stands to leave, lets everyone know that the first challenge will be starting soon. The ink cartridge, again, I was just guessing at this point, starts panicking, crying with the clock. Like a digital clock. There's space for numbers and not a calculator. Clock comforts them briefly, before not responding to in cartridge question marks request to be allowed to win. So there's a lot of interest and back and forth going on. We've seen some personality traits kind of sneak through already. Like Spencer mentioned, just kind of left them mostly blank slates for themselves to figure themselves out. But we've seen Letter Opener seems to be very fancy free and just a little bit goofy. The in cartridge character seems to be easily upset, maybe a little bit fragile. That one bit there from Clock seems to be maybe a bit of a caring character, and USB stick character seems to be very egotistical, maybe a little bit narcissistic as well. And then the stamp, well, I hadn't really seen much at this point, but it's interesting that we sort of got a little bit of a feel for them, up to this point in the episode. On their way to the game room, to go right back to the story, the Clock notices something, which we don't get to immediately see because it's like they're walking up to where we are watching from. But then they ask Spencer about it when they enter the game room, referencing a creepy painting. And Spencer responds with the name of the painting, which is Judith Beheading Holofernes. So that is actually based on, it's a painting based on a story that's in some versions of the Old Testament of the Bible. So we've got super clear references going on here. So the story of that, it tells the story of Judith, who is a woman who sneaks into an Assyrian general's tent, that's Holofernes, to kill him before he can march on and destroy her home city. So again, this feels like a very specific thing to include in the episode, and I feel like it has to have some kind of connection to Spencer and whatever it is they're up to. I mean, perhaps their home is the lost and found box, and it's going to get emptied out soon. Because, that's a common thing with lost and found boxes. If you don't claim your items quick enough, then eventually they'll just empty it every few months, I guess. That's kind of the standard thing. But, I mean, surely that's one of the office workers that would do that. So I don't know how bringing a bunch of random objects to life and holding a random competition in a random place kind of fixes any of that. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas for now. We're only one episode in, but Mikey's overanalysis has already begun with gusto and will continue, I'm sure. Anyway, Spencer says they can explain it later. Fair enough. Before moving right into the first challenge.
Alright, people. The first challenge is fun and relatively easy. There's going to be a wall coming at you with a shape cut out of it. All you have to do is match the shape before it hits you. If you mess it up, the wall's going to knock you back into that pit. That means you lose.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I could do this.
You'll need to know your own measurements, so take a minute to, explore your bodies, I suppose. You'll each go one at a time. I'd say good luck, but, it's not really my thing.
Oh, I mentioned Spencer saying, I'd say good luck, but it's not really my thing. That's an interesting line. Spencer just does, comes across as, being really, apathetic about everything. I mean, maybe interested in how the objects deal with everything coming their way, but not really being concerned for their well-being or about who wins or loses. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to read what Spencer's deal is right now. But after the contestants all get a feel for their shapes, so they can figure out, how to get through the holes in the wall that are coming their way, Spencer tells Time, that they'll be going first, just calls them Time. Cut to everyone looking confused before Spencer realizes that nobody knows who or what they are. Yeah, it's been most of the episode already, and it's like, oh, time for introductions, finally. So yes, so we as viewers and the contestants as contestants finally get answers on that front as well.
Okay, Time. You go first. Right. You, Time, you're a time clock. A time clock puncher. You're USB. You're a USB flash drive.
You don't know who I am.
Ink, you're an ink printer cartridge. Letter, you're a letter opener. You open envelopes. And you're...
A stamp?
Yeah, an inking stamp. How'd you know?
I figured when I sat down on my bed and let it print. Marlene V. Ashwell. Who is that?
It's a difficult topic. I'll tell you guys when we have free time.
So now we know. Now we know. And I did pretty good. On guessing them. I did pretty, I mean, some of them are very standard designs, but like, my brain was like, I don't know, but I did pretty good, to be honest. I do enjoy some of the reactions to everyone being told what they are, from USB's like flippant little, you don't know who I am, to letter openers like, no way, I'm a letter opener. I loved all the little nuances there, along with Spencer not wanting to talk about the name on the stamp. On stamp, I guess I shouldn't say the stamp, it's just called stamp now. Again, feels like there's a lot more beneath the surface to be told in the story. Doesn't want to talk about the painting, doesn't want to talk about the name on the stamp. There's a lot to unpack, but doesn't matter for now. The challenge must go on. There's no time for tales. So we move right into the challenge. And oh yeah, the walls, by the way, are super strong metal, so these objects better watch out. Time navigates obstacles with relative ease, just one little slip before letter is up, and after an initial panic, does make it through the first two walls with little issue, not much of a problem at all. There was a bit of a panic at the first one because the hole was like super narrow, so letter had to turn sideways. Took them a while to figure that out. But yeah, no problems for the first two, but then...
Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Is there a mark?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry about it, letter. You can hardly tell. Now you look fine. So, Stamp is next, and also makes it through pretty easily, with Time checking on them when they stumble a little bit. This is the second time we see Time checking in on someone, by the way, after they comforted Ink earlier. So that leans in again to what I was saying before about the character development sneaking in there. Time seems to be a sympathetic character who's really worried about everybody else, seemingly. Ink's next up, with USB saying, if Letter can do it, then so can you. I mean, ow. Mean. But I mean, also that's just USB also trying to distract Ink. But they do make it through the first two walls, again, pretty easily, before seeing the final one and just completely just having a little bit of a breakdown.
Well, what? This is insane!
Spencer.
Please,
you
someone
gotta
do
be
something. I
kidding.
can't do this. I can't go. Please, I can't.
You may enter into the winner's area, Ink.
Huh? I did it? I did it. Thank God. Whew.
Oh, my heart nearly stopped there. I actually thought it was going to be, like, the way that everyone was reacting, I thought it was going to be an actual impossible to navigate opening. I was like, oh no, is this where the twist comes in, where Spencer is maybe intentionally ensuring that certain contestants get out in a certain order? I'm not saying that isn't still the case, or might not still be the case, but I was like, oh no, what is it? Is it like a circle, a tiny circle or something like that? Oh, jeez. Anyway, it's like I've already put my favorite character cards on the table for this show, which I also kind of did say before that I love all of these little goobers already. But listen, and I already said it, I know it's dangerous, but listen, anyone who knows me and some of my other favorite characters from other shows and just my personality in general will know who my favorite 2 characters are. They're both contestants, by the way. Give you a bit of time to think about it. Anyone who gets it right gets a cookie. Maybe not, but maybe. Yeah, Ink and Letter are my 2 favorites. I don't know what it is about those 2, but I just really enjoy their personalities. I just really like them. And I know that's going to come back to bite me sometime, but I can't help it. I like all of them, though. I'll be honest. I do like all of them, but Ink and Letter, my top 2. But now, nobody is being eliminated, and there's only USB left to go. Maybe one day, is it possible, though, that everybody could just win? Everyone could just get through every challenge? What would that mean? I mean, I guess they could all... No, because Spencer said there could only be one winner, so I guess they just keep doing challenges until someone gets eliminated, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know why I overthought that one. But anyway, the other contestants complain because the holes in the wall in this round are shaped exactly like USB. Should be easy peasy, just stand still. Can USB do that?
See, I've told you guys, I'm the chosen one. I'm a goddess. Everything goes according to me.
I'm not out, right?
I'm sorry, USB. Rules are rules.
Yeah, no. USB's cockiness gets the better of them, and they are the first one eliminated. You could even say it boils down to the whole mean character trope. The mean characters get voted out early. Mean character gets eliminated. I want to say the USB's mean. Maybe USB was just a little bit too sure of themselves, I suppose. They do initially complain about the challenge being impossible, even though they literally just said it was easy. But before then, not believing that Spencer can make them go, despite Spencer being the one who brought them all to life to begin with. But I think USB was just kind of like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know whether any of this is real or not. So I think USB might just keep on being that way. But I don't know. There's got to be some concern in the back of the mind there, right? For USB, there's got to be a little bit of worry. The contestants then head to the bathroom and see their reflections, with letters saying, "Life sure is beautiful," which is a change of heart from life being exhausting earlier. I mean, this could just be in reference to them surviving the first challenge, but maybe also as the game goes on, everyone will start seeing the value in life and not want to give it up. Maybe they'll even embrace the thought of being aware forever but not being able to speak or move rather than being sent back to the nothingness they came from. Maybe contestants will start trying to lose on purpose because they don't want to stop existing. Or maybe I'm getting too deep into my own brain again. That's definitely also possible. During the final meal of the day, Time asks about the painting again, with Spencer again saying there's not enough time to explain since it's nearly sleep time for everyone. They say they'll explain tomorrow. What are the odds that that doesn't happen before leaving? They snap themselves away. That's something you can do. They can do this and they're gone. And kind of funny because I hate it when they do that. Very funny line. We then have one final scene between Ink and USB when they're all tucked up in bed for the night.
Hey, USB. Aren't you afraid?
What? No. Why would I?
I mean, everything went by so quick. You barely had time to realize what was going on. I'd be really scared if I were you.
Well, you're not, and you never will be.
Right. Good night.
Good night, Ink.
And that's it for episode 1. A little bit of concern on USB's face there. So there is some concern and worry in the back of the mind. I am very intrigued by this show, and I'm very intrigued to see where the story's going to go from here. Is USB just going to remain in this place after being eliminated, just seemingly inanimate now, but still being sentient within? Or is USB going to get sent back to the lost and found box after elimination to be sentient and stuck there instead? Either way, it seems pretty lonely. Like, you could either be stuck inside of yourself and see everyone else doing the stuff around you, or you could be stuck in a box with nobody at all except yourself. I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest. But this show does play a lot with the themes of what it means to be alive. I'm getting like, I think, therefore I am kind of philosophy from it. And you could also think about the whole, I mean, the show's called Filed to Be, and that makes me think of like objects that are going to be. And then you could even bring in some Shakespeare, to be or not to be. And they have to decide that, don't they, really? If you want to win the contest, you are making the decision to not be anymore. It's really cool. It threw up a lot of interesting little thoughts in my own mind about everything. And you know, I've got to say on top of that, everyone did such a great job with everything here, from like Zero, who created the show, and all the fantastic VAs as well, whose job it is to bring these characters to life. Not in the same way Spencer brought them to life, but really give them those personalities and make the characters who they are. They all did such a good job, because honestly, in the space of 15 minutes, I got invested in every single one of them. All of them. And like, I fear for USB, like, and I fear for whoever's out next, but I'm going to try not to dwell on it too much. I'm just going to enjoy that voice acting for those characters while it lasts. Amazing work, everyone, and I am looking forward to episode 2. Fantastic work. Really good show. Oh, really good. And before we do move on from Zero, I just wanted to also drop this fact that Filed to Be Discord server is out. For any followers of the series interested in asking questions, sharing art, or anything, so there's a Discord link right there, which I will also pop in the description if you want to pop over to Zero's Discord and join the little fan base over there. I'm going to hold my hand up. I can't remember if I said this in another video or not, but I have hesitated to join any of the Object Show Discord servers. It's a couple of reasons, really. It's one, I'm already in so many Discord servers from my Twitch life. So that's one reason. It's like I can't keep up with the ones I'm in now, never mind adding more to the list. It's also the fact that I really don't want to... I don't want to see any stuff from episodes, upcoming stuff that I don't want to know. I also, as much as I don't mind hearing other theories and stuff, I'm worried that if I join loads of Discord servers, I'll see lots of other people's thoughts about things, and I'll just be like, oh yeah, and I'll end up accidentally absorbing it and just using it myself. I want these thoughts to come from my own brain. I'm not saying I'm the only person who thinks of certain things that I talk about in these shows, because that's definitely not the case. And sometimes I will pull a little piece of information from somewhere to use in my discussions. But I'm trying to keep it as much genuinely just me as I can. But like kudos to all the Discord servers that people run. I'm sure they're all fantastically fun to be in. Maybe I'll be convinced to join some someday. I don't know. But for now, don't expect to see me in any of them. For now, anyway. If anybody's in there claiming to be me, it's not. Although, to be fair, my name is fairly unique. So, if there is any other Mikey Bly's in there, one hell of a coincidence. It's not me, though. I did promise Ruby that I would share some of their art here now and again. So, yeah. Ruby had some fun drawing my OSCOC the other day. So enjoy some sausage roll art. Me saying object shows are too dark. Object show roundup. I love that pose. I love my pose in the top left, by the way. I should pull that pose off in real life more often. I kind of like it. The one hand on the hip and the one hand like this. Like I'm, you know? Like, Yeah, I like that. I like that pose. I'm a fan of that one. Not so much of a fan of having the big bite taken out of me in the top right, though. I'm not so sure about the me as a child one either. I didn't wear one of those caps, dang it. And the bottom left is me and my wife. My wife's object show community OC is Cherry Bakewell. We've gone with very British-ish foods, to be honest. That was just me. I was like, what would I be? I was like, I'd be a sausage roll. It was just the first thing that came to mind. It's like, it just makes sense to me. You know, it just kind of fit. And then wife ended up being a cherry bakewell. Ruby is like a lemon with a bite taken out of it. So we all have object show OCs. It's again, it just highlights how much that is our lives now. Well, I'd say more so me and Ruby than my wife. Although my wife is into a few of the things she'll watch. She'll sit and watch them with us. We're just gonna keep trying to reel her in a bit more. We just got to get her in a little bit more, and we'll be there. Oh, and before we do totally wrap things up, just need to give a quick shout out to Eternal the Second, who has started doing their own object show as well, and they have listed me as kind of the inspiration for doing that. And it just makes me feel so happy. I'm so glad to have inspired someone else to start doing a similar thing. They're diving into so many shows, and honestly, uploading videos every day, the consistency is phenomenal. Talk about so many shows I haven't even got to and probably won't get to for ages. So if you're interested in checking someone out who does a similar thing to this, definitely hop on over to watch some Eternal the Second stuff. I will pop I'll tag them in the description. And you know what? I think I'll tag them in every description going forwards, because mutual support gives me a shout out all the time, and I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna just repay the favor. And hey, this is all about supporting other people. This is what this show is all about. It's supporting other people. Obviously, it's been mostly focused on object show creators, but heck, Eternal deserves a lot of love too, putting so much effort into this new endeavor. And all the very best, Eternal. You got this. Keep going. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. Okay, so that will do it for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for being here and tuning in. There will be another midweek episode next week. Yes, we will talk about This is Scrapbook. And if anything else happens to pop up between now and then, we'll talk about that too. So, yeah. Whether you just stuck around for a couple of minutes, just checked out the update on the one channel that you're interested in, or whether you watched the whole video, or whatever. Whether you were here for like 10 seconds or the whole thing, love and appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video and all that kind of stuff that makes the algorithm happy. It doesn't make me happy to say it out loud, but, you know, rumor says that it helps, so I'll say it. Alright, take care of yourselves, everybody. You're all super awesome. Keep watching object shows. Keep discovering new object shows. Keep creating object shows. And I'll see you in a few days for another midweek OSR episode. Coolio.